Dear students, let us today study about balance sheet. It is very important for students learning finance. It is important because it indicates the profit and loss of a company. Balance sheet, let us explain it. What are its components and examples? Definition: a balance sheet details a company's financial conditions by listing its assets, liabilities, and equity as a particular date for purpose of evaluating its financial health. Key takeaways. The balance sheet is one of the three core financial statements that are used to evaluate a business. It provides a snapshot of a company's finances, what it owes for a past operating period. The balance sheet adheres to a formula in which assets are equal to the sum of liabilities and shareholders' equity. Analysts use balance sheets to calculate financial ratios. Balance sheet, we can summarize it, we can define it: a financial statement that reports a company's assets, liabilities, and shareholders' equity at a specific point in time. What is balance sheet? A balance sheet is a financial statement that shows what a company owns, what it owes, and the amount invested by shareholders at a specific point in time. The balance sheet details a company's assets, liabilities, and shareholders' equity. Investors and analysts use it to assess a company's financial health, perform fundamental analysis, and calculate key ratios such as liquidity, leverage, and return on equity. How balance sheet work? The balance sheet provides a snapshot of a company's finances at a moment in time. It cannot provide a sense of financial trends playing out within a company on its own. For this reason, the balance sheet should be compared with the other statements and sheets from previous periods. Investors can get a sense of company's financial well-being by using several ratios that can be derived from a balance sheet, including the debt to equity ratio and acid test ratio, along with many others. The income statement and a statement of cash flows also provide valuable context for assessing a company finances, as do any notes or addenda in an earnings report that might refer back to the balance sheet. The balance sheet adheres to what is commonly called the accounting equation, with assets on one side and liabilities plus shareholders' equity on the other. Assets equal to liabilities plus shareholders' equity. This formula is intuitive. That is because a company has to pay for all the things it owns, assets, by either borrowing money, taking on liabilities, or taking it from investors, issuing shareholders' equity. If a company takes out a 5-year, $4,000 loan from a bank, its assets, especially the cash account, will increase by $4,000. Its liabilities, especially the long term debt account, will also increase by $4,000. Balancing the two sides of the equation. If the company takes $8,000 from investors, its assets will increase by that amount, as will its shareholder equity. These revenues will be balanced on the asset side, appearing as cash, investments, inventory, or other assets. Important. Balance sheets should also be compared with those of other businesses in the same industry, since different industries have unique approaches to financing. Special considerations. As noted above, you can find information about assets, liabilities, and shareholder equity on a company's balance sheet. The assets should always equal the liabilities and shareholder equity. This means that the balance sheet should always balance, hence the name. If they do not balance, there may be some problems, including incorrect or misplaced data, inventory or exchange rate errors, or miscalculations. Each category consists of several smaller accounts that break down the specifics of the company finances. These accounts vary widely by industry, and the same terms can have different implications depending on the nature of the business. Companies might choose to use a form of balance sheet known as common size, which shows percentages along with the numerical values. This type of report allows for a quick comparison of items. There are a few common components that investors are likely to come across. What does a company balance sheet tell you? A balance sheet shows what a company owns and owes and how much shareholders have invested. The balance sheet formula: assets include cash, inventory, property, liabilities, rent, wages, utilities, taxes, loans, plus shareholders' equity, retained earnings. Components of a balance sheet: assets. Accounts within this segment are listed from top to bottom in order of their liquidity. This is the case with which they can be converted into cash. They are divided into current assets, which can be converted to cash in 1 year or less, and non current or long term assets, which cannot. Here is the general order of accounts within current assets. Cash and cash equivalents are the most liquid assets and can include treasury bills and short term certificates of deposit as well as hard currency. Marketable securities are equity and debt securities for which there is a liquid market. Accounts receivable refer to money that customers owe the company. This may include an allowance of doubtful accounts, such as customers will not pay what they owe. Inventory refers to any goods available for sale, valued at the lower of the cost or market price. Prepaid expenses represent the value that has already been paid for, such as insurance, advertising contracts, or rent. Long term assets include the following: long term investments are securities that cannot be liquidated within the next year. Fixed assets include land, machinery, equipment, buildings, and other durables, generally capital intensive assets. Intangible assets include non physical but also valuable assets such as intellectual property and goodwill. These assets are generally only listed on the balance sheet if they are acquired rather than developed in house. Their values may thus be widely understood by not including a globally recognized logo, for example, or just as widely overstated. Liabilities. A liabilities is any money that a company owes to outside parties, from bills it has to pay to suppliers, to interest on bonds issued to creditors, to rent, utilities, and salaries. Current liabilities are due within 1 year and are listed in order of their due date. Long term liabilities, on the other hand, are due at any point after 1 year. Current liabilities accounts may include current portion of long-term debt is the portion of a long-term debt due to within the next 12 months. For example, if a company has 10 years left on a loan to pay for its warehouse, 1 year is a current liability and 9 years are a long-term liability. Interest payable is the accumulated interest owed, often due as part of a past due obligation such as late remittance on property taxes. Wages payable are salaries, wages, and benefits to employees, often for the most recent pay period. Customer repayments are money received by a customer before the service has been provided or produced delivered. The company has an obligation to a provider provide that good or service or return the customer's money. Dividends payable are dividends that have been authorized for payment but have not yet been issued. Earned and unearned premiums are similar to repayments in that a company has received money upfront, has not yet executed on their portion of an agreement and must return unearned cash if they fail to execute. Accounts payable is often the most common current liability. Accounts payable is debt obligations on invoices processed as part of operation of a business that are often due within 30 days of receipt. Long-term liabilities can include long-term debt includes any interest and principal on bonds issued. Pension fund liability refers to the money a company is required to pay into its employees' retirement accounts. Deferred tax liability is the amount of taxes that have accrued but will not be paid for another year. Besides timing, this figure reconciles differences between requirements of financial reporting and the way tax is assessed, such as depreciation calculations. Some liabilities are considered off the balance sheet, meaning they do not appear on the balance sheet. Shareholders' equity. Shareholder equity is the money attributable to the owners of a business or its shareholders. It is also known as net assets as it represents the total assets of a company minus its liabilities or the debt it owes to non-shareholders. Retained earnings are the net earnings a company either reinvests in the business or uses to pay off debt. The remaining amount can be distributed to shareholders in the form of dividends. Treasury stock is the stock a company has repurchased. It can be sold at a later date to raise cash or even reserved to repel a hostile takeover. Some companies issue preferred stock which will be listed separately from common stock under this section. Preferred stock is assigned an arbitrary par value as is common stock in some cases that has no bearing on the market value of the share. The common stock and preferred stock accounts are calculated by multiplying the par value by the number of shares issued. Additional paid-in capital or capital surplus represents the amount shareholders have invested in excess of the common or preferred stock accounts, which are based on par value rather than market price. Shareholder equity is not directly related to a company's market capitalization. The latter is based on current price of a stock, while paid-in capital is the sum of equity that has been purchased at any price. Importance of balance sheet. Regardless of the size of a company or industry in which it operates, there are many benefits to reading, analyzing, and understanding its balance sheet. First, balance sheet helps to determine risk. This finances statement lists everything as a company owns and all of its debt. A company will be able to quickly assess whether it has borrowed too much money, whether the assets it owns are not liquid enough, or whether it has enough cash on hand to meet current demands. Balance sheets are also used to secure capital. A company usually must provide a balance sheet to a lender to secure a business loan. A company must also usually provide a balance sheet to private investors when attempting to secure private equity funding. In both cases, the external party aims to assess the financial health of a company, its credit worthiness, and whether it will be able to repay its short term gains. Managers can opt to use financial ratios to measure the liquidity, profitability, solvency, and cadence turnover of a company. And some financial ratios need numbers taken from balance sheet. When analyzed over time or compared to competing companies, managers can better understand ways to improve a company's financial health. Last, balance sheets can lure and retain talent. Employees usually prefer knowing their jobs are secure and that company they are working for is in good health. For public companies that must disclose their balance sheet, this requirement gives employees a chance to review how much cash the company has on hand, whether the company is making informed decisions when managing debt, and whether they feel the company's financial health aligns with their expectations of their employer. Limitations of a balance sheet. Although the balance sheet is an invaluable piece of information, For investors and analysts, there are some drawbacks. Many financial ratios draw on data included on both balance sheet, income statement, and a statement of cash flows to paint a fuller picture of what is going on with a company's business. A balance sheet also limited due to its narrow scope of timing. The financial statements only captures the financial position of a company on a specific day. Looking at a single balance sheet by itself may make it difficult to determine whether a company is performing well. For example, imagine a company reports 10 lakh dollars of cash on hand at the end of the month. Without context, a comparative point, knowledge of its previous cash balance, and the understanding of industry operating demands, knowing how much cash on hand a company has yields limit values. Different account system and ways of dealing with depreciation and inventories will also change the figures posted to a balance sheet. Because of this, managers have some ability to game the numbers to make them look more favorable. Pay attention to the balance sheet footnotes to determine which systems are being used in their accounting and to look out for a red flags. Last, a balance sheet is subject to several areas of professional judgment that may materially impact the report. For example, accounts receivable must be continually assessed for impairment and adjusted to reflecting potential uncollectible accounts. Without knowing which receivable a company is likely to actually receive, a company must make estimates and reflects its best guess as part of the balance sheet. This is the example of the balance sheet. Here we can see the cash and cash equivalents, marketable securities, accounts receivable, vendors, non-trade receivables, inventories, other current assets, non-current assets, marketable securities, property, plant and equipment, current liabilities, accounts payable, other current liabilities, deferred revenue, commercial paper, term debt. These are all columns in which you can see this balance sheet. Finally, this balance sheet balances. What is balance sheet important? The balance sheet is an essential tool used by executive investors, analysts, and regulators to understand the current financial health of a business. It is generally used alongside the two other types of financial statements, the income statement and cash flow statement. Balance sheets allows the user to get an at-glance view of the assets and liabilities of the company. The balance sheet can help users answer questions such as whether the company has a positive net worth, whether it has enough cash and short-term assets to cover its obligations, and whether the company is highly indebted related to its peers. What is included in the balance sheet? The balance sheet includes information about a company assets and liabilities. Depending on the company, this might include short-term assets such as cash and accounts receivable or long-term assets such as property, plant and equipment. Likewise, its liabilities may include short-term obligations such as accounts payable and wages payable or long-term liabilities such as bank loans and other debt obligations. Who prepares the balance sheet? Depending on the company's different parties may be responsible for preparing the balance sheet. For example, privately held business, the balance sheet might be prepared by owner of by a company bookkeeper. For mid-sized private firms, they might be prepared internally and then reviewed by an external accountant. Public companies, on the other hand, are required to obtain external audits by public accountants and must also ensure that their books are kept to a much higher standard. The balance sheets and other financial statements of this company must be prepared in accordance with generally accepted accounting principles and must be filed regularly with the Security and Exchange Commission. What are the uses of a balance sheet? A balance sheet explains the financial position of a company at a specific point in time and is often used by parties outside of a company to gauge its health Banks, lenders, and other institutions may calculate financial ratios based on balance sheet line items to gauge how much risk a company carries, how liquid its assets are, and how likely the company is to remain solvent. A company can use its balance sheet to craft internal decisions, although the information presented is usually not as helpful as an income statement. A company may look at its balance sheet to measure risk, make sure it has enough cash on hand, and evaluate how it wants to raise the moral capital through debt or equity. What is balance sheet formula? The formula of assets total liability plus shareholders equity. Total assets are calculated as the sum of short term, long term, and other assets. Total liabilities are calculated as the sum of all short term, long term, and other liabilities. Total equity is calculated as the sum of net income, retained earnings, owner contributions, and the value of shares stock issued. The bottom line, the balance sheet lists all of the business assets, liabilities, and shareholders' equity. It provides anyone interested with a way to view and analyze the company's financial position as of a specific date and can be used in fundamental analysis by comparing the balance sheets of different periods. Thank you. We have studied about this balance sheet. This is very useful in knowing the financial health of a company.